Yo, so One Piece been haunting me real bad. And I wanted to make this one. Get a theories out of my head. Now that chapter 1023. So, if you don't read my spoilers ahead. I mean if you don't read and you want to spoil, you can just, listen to this shit. So I do deal with Sanji first, right? Sanji, see body feeling sick. Queen making references to that his power is something similar but not as strong as King's race, which are the Lunarians, the moon people. Sanji see feeling strange ever since putting on his raid suit for the second time. But I don't know, the second time Sanji put on his raid suit was when he went into the Shar house spying them guards and shit. What if, right? What if? On the third time, the first time is page one, the second time is Shar house, the third time is when he went to save Momo from King or some shit like that. I can't remember. This is just how they like pulling the car and talking shit. What if Sanji, and we also know Sanji is the only sibling that didn't have any, genetic enhancement. But when judge people them were thinking all of them were supposed to come out with genetic enhancement. But Sanji mom took a bunch of pills. She wanted to, get that shit out of her and so on and so on. But it didn't work. Only person working was Sanji. What if the pills that she took suppressed Sanji's genetic enhancement until now? Until he put on the raid suit. What if the raid suit activated is something inside of him? Because we know the raid suit is only activated on the bio level. It only works for one specific person. So what if when Sanji put on that raid suit, it opened the dormant part of him? It just started something. But there's an issue because the raid suit is fire resistant. And Sanji used Diablo Jambe. So how will he use Diablo Jambe and all his fire techniques with the raid suit? That is where we are right now. Anyways, there's Sanji. But we know King, right? King is the moon people. And a couple chapters ago, we found out Luffy was a reincarnation of the sun people, sun god nigga. But anyways, I'll come back to this just now. Come back to that. Here they say, here's our king. Not king, Zoro. So there's a possibility Zoro is a descendant of Ryuma, of the sword, the nigga with hand, the nigga with the sword, the protector Wano. Because Kawamatsu and God, oh my God, I just mess these man names up so bad. Kawamatsu and the guy with the thing on his head, man. You know what I'm saying? Him. He was saying that one of the reasons, Kawamatsu was like, one of the reasons he didn't object too much to Zoro taking Enma is because Zoro he resembles one of, he resembles Orochima Shimotsuki. And he was one of the swordsmen, one of the daimyos back in the days. And he's saying that the way Zoro uses his sword style, everything resembles him of Orochima Shimotsuki, that guy. So what if, this is just it, nobody don't come for me head, you understand me? What if Zoro is like my son or some shit like that? What if this is my father? And we know Orochima, that guy, is a direct descendant of Ryuma. It ain't gonna be to say that he's grandfather, but he's a descendant of Ryuma. So there is Zoro bloodline. And one of the reasons it could be that Zoro is not Shimotsuki is because, when he sends Zoro away, because at that point when Zoro was born, the war was happening in with the place name. The war was happening in Wano with Kaido and them shit. Kaido was already started making moves back in the day. So what if he sent him away and had him change his name? You understand me? There's a lot of what ifs in this shit, my nigga. Oh God. Alright, let me talk about here, listen to this. This is all my head. I watched a couple of videos with it, but I'll share it with some people, probably thing. But it's kind of a twist in it on what I saw. What if the sun people, this is before the Celestials, what if the sun people and the moon people lived on the red line? Those were the gods. Sun god and the moon gods. By the way, pause. I didn't talk about what Marco said. Blackbeard told Marco back in the days that the people on the red line, the top of the red line, was considered God's land. That's what Whitebeard said. We know Whitebeard know these things because Whitebeard was with Raja, and Whitebeard know the secret of the world. You understand me? This is something Whitebeard told Marco. It's God's land. You understand me? So what if the sun gods and the moon gods lived up there? Everybody been chilling and shit. And one of the... And look at this. One of the people that were under them were the Skype people. They were under them. The Kozuki, they were under them. Not Kozuki, Wano people. The Kozuki, same thing. The people in Zou, they were under them. All these people were under them. Think about that shit. But the Celestials, those niggas, Emu, because Emu is not a human being, and that would make so much sense because the races on top of the red line were also not human. You understand me? The races on top of the red line, those people are strange. You understand me? You get the giants, you get the whatever, and King is we now know King is a Lunarian. So we know that there are multiple races. They're just not human. They're not humans. I mean, before we know of the fishmen and all these different things. Of course, we know of those people, but now we find out further. We digging deeper into this thing. You understand me? But yeah, what if Nika and the moon god, whoever he is, saw that they were about to be overthrown, they were about to be defeated, and they shot the brothers down in the Kozuki brothers and told them to write the history of everything that happened in the Void Century on these on the on the poneglyphs in a language only them would know. What if they did that? What if? Another thing you gotta remember also is that Odin's wife, she came from the past. She's from the land of Wano, and she's from the land of Wano, slightly after the Void Century, where the war was slightly still going on. If you remember, there's a film. She was from there where the war was happening. You understand me? So all of this, I want to give you one clue, but it kind of piecing everything we kind of know together. Call me crazy, but I believe there's sun gods and the moon gods lived on top of the red line, and that they were the people that were overthrown by the Celestials, and that's part of the secret of the world. Obviously, we know the full thing, this is only a part we could assume, but yeah, there's so much more shit. I don't want to talk. Alright, Inuarashi fighting, Jack Hybrid Farm is freaking ugly, by the way. It's freaking ugly, but it's okay. It's alright. And we name Nakamoshi fighting Pedro, Raizo fighting Fukuroji. So those fights happening, and they make a bold statement at the end saying this raid would have failed if it wasn't for Pedro. So A lot of people were thinking the raid would fail, but I don't think the raid is gonna fail at this point. Momo is now 28 because Shinobu used to ride breadfruit on Momo. So Momo is old now. So yeah. No, but the only thing that concerns me is that yeah, Momo might have aged up, but does he know if he uses powers? Is his power, of course his power mature, but can he go hybrid like Kaido? Can he do anything of that kind? He can't. For sure he can't use Conqueror's Aki, Arm and Aki. There's no way, right? There's no way. This is me speculating. There's no way you could use that. But anyways, yeah. I ain't got no more to say about this right now. I gotta pull out. I gotta dip. So yeah. Anyways, that was my thoughts. I needed to get it off. It was on my head for days. I needed to get it off my head. So yeah.